Right. Let's get started, shall we? Harry?
The convincer is a method they use to remove any last vestige of doubt. So, for example, if the con or score is about asking you to invest £100,000 in worthless shares, they would invite you to take part in a much smaller deal first. You would make a profit on that deal.
Like a lost leader.
Precisely. This convincer convinces you that a larger investment would work equally well.
Crafty bastards. So how do we take them?
Yeah, I really feel like I'm starting to get this, Mick.
Good.
I mean, it's complicated, but everything's kind of fallen into place. Europa finds your mark.
Yeah, and how does he know where to look?
Well, because Albert is a member of every gentleman's club in London, under different names.
And?
And he's also in touch with the concierge of all the major hotels, and they let him know when the high rollers are in town.
And occasionally some just fall into my lap.
Credit crunch. My rear end. I mean, if the great unwashed are stupid enough to lose their houses, well, it's hardly the fault of the state. Yeah. It's simply survival of the fittest. It's sorting the wheat from the chaff. Because they never got off their fat asses to earn the money to pay for it.
It's with you, Alfie. Your bet.
Oh, right, yeah. All right. Raise. Let's make it 2,000. I honestly believe we should have some sort of compulsory euthanasia program. Start with the unemployed, those on benefits and the like, and then move on to the over 65s. Who is it?
I believe it's me.
Oh, sorry. Foot in mouth. No offense intended.
None taken. Re-raise. All in.
Steady on with the old pension pops. You have heating bills or something to consider. All right, pops. I call. Couple of fillies.
Beats me.
Now that is what I'm talking about. Survival of the fittest. Never mind, Pops. Maybe next time.
You can count on it.
Okay, so you've identified your mark.
And then the roper leads him to the inside man.
Thank you. And the inside man tells him the tale. He sets up the con. Now, the first step is to create the world, lay the bait, and draw him in.
Breakfast up. What do you think?
No, it's coming along nicely, yeah. So, you've laid the bait. That's where the fixer comes in. He makes sure wherever the mark looks, our story holds up.
In other words, I'm a genius whose job it is to make you flash Harry's look good.
Ash is prone to exaggeration.
Like who's talking?
So, everything's gone to plan. The mark's on the hook, and that is when you hit him with a convincer.
Roper gets the mark. Inside man tells the tale. Fixer confirms the tale. The convincer is given. Then the sting itself. The convincer is the weakest point. This is the only point they are in a negative position.
So, that's what we do. We take them just far enough into the con to get the convincer, then we just walk away.
Well, as you seem to have everything worked out, what do you need us for?
Good question.
Because I need bait. And these bastards tried to put me out of business. And as I want to take them for £1 million, double what they took from me, we need to make them believe that there's a greater stake to be had.
I estimate a prize of about 4 million should have the desired effect.
Now, I've raised £1 million, so for this to work, I need the same again from each of you.
£1 million? Jesus.
Wait. How do we know that this isn't some elaborate plan to con us all again?
Ah, that's a fair point. Harry?
Quite simply, because we're not actually going to use it.
What?
All we need is bait, for them to believe we have the 4 million. So the plan is to put everyone's money into a single account, an account that needs 4 signatures to access. All we have to do is let them see that account, and that's what draws them in.
Your money will never leave the bank. We'll use the $1 million I've raised. They'll double it, hoping to get their hands on the rest. But then we just walk away.